And welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Forecast. Meteorologist Rob Lindenmuth here, joined by my colleague, meteorologist Kevin Appleby.
Seemed like you weren't sure for a second.
Well, I was trying to move things around here. It's been a while since we've been in this room, so I'm trying to get my bearings straight and everything else. What have you been up to, Kevin? Before we get into what we're talking about today.
Well, you know, we're recording on Tuesdays in the month of May because I had to do a little bit of a switcheroo of the schedule with May, News 10 in your town and working on Fridays.
Yep.
So we are joining you on a beautiful day, a windy day.
Unless you don't like the warm, which I know some people say is too warm.
It's sunglasses worthy. But then there's also some storms which we'll be tracking later on after we record. But what have I been up to? Well, this has been a 6-day stretch. So I've very much been occupied by work, but that's not a bad thing. You know, the weather's been okay. Even the colder days now are not that cold, and you could still go outside with basically no issue whatsoever, just a jacket, So, over the weekend, saw a couple of my friends, and just enjoyed the outdoors. What about you?
Not bad. Well, I would have said this last week, but we went to Stars on Ice, so that was actually fun.
That was cool.
The end of April, so never seen that before, in person, like the skating. I watched it for the Olympics, but seeing the Olympians, I was pretty close to the ice, so it was really cool to be able to see that.
I think when you actually see them in person, it changes your entire perspective of it.
It does, and it's like some of them I was like, wow, these are big people, and then others they're like, oh, they're so tiny. You know what I mean? So it's hard to tell when you're seeing somebody on TV. It's like and they move fast. I was trying to take video.
Well.
They move fast.
They do. And if you're not totally focused, it's going to be a blur.
Yep.
But you mentioned, it's hard to hide or it's hard to tell their height. Well, people don't know that we're the same height, Rob.
Yeah. Keep dreaming, Kevin. It's funny, though, that you say that because people do say, wow, you're a lot taller in person than I thought you'd be. That's what they always tell me that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get the opposite.
I don't really get anything. Which
okay.
I don't know. I worked with Juliana Bruno.
True.
And she's taller than me, so
I'm sure it was probably people probably already had that perspective.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think a couple other things. Oh, I got a couple new bird feeders.
Nice. Hummingbird?
I did see a hummingbird this morning.
Nice.
Finally. I was sitting drinking my coffee, and I was like, and I almost got up to run to the door to try to take a picture, and I was like, I'm just going to let it be because I don't want to scare it away.
Natural.
So, but that was nice. But I got some regular bird feeders. People are going to think I'm crazy, but my yard is going to be the place to be this summer if you're a bird.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, Rob.
I'm just putting it out there. If any birds are watching.
You're reminding me, what have you been doing on your past week or so? My new place has a pretty good deck, and I feel like this past Friday was the first time I really got to enjoy it in the decent weather with a couple of my friends, and it's everything I wanted.
I guess I'm not one of his friends.
But listen, you were probably working here, Rob. You're probably working here.
You said the weekend. Oh, your
Friday.
weekend. Gotcha.
I don't know what my weekend is anymore.
I don't know. You said the weekend, so I just assumed Saturday or Sunday. So I was like, "Where's my invite?"
Aren't you off on Thursday?
I can't invite you to my house because the cats.
I don't stand a chance, folks. I don't stand a chance against cats.
Maybe once I get my new deck on the back, I'll invite you over. We'll just stay outside.
I'll just look at the cats.
Right,
outside.
You'll just watch through the window. If it's raining, we'll be like, "Hi, Kevin."
Just be under the umbrella.
Right. All right. Let's get to what we're talking about this week. We're going to be recapping the month of April. Might surprise some people.
Went everywhere.
It might surprise some people. We're looking ahead to what a typical or a normal May would be around here in the capital region. We'll show you what the Climate Prediction Center has as far as what to expect, what they're thinking this year. And I did throw something in here, a cool thing in the night sky of May. So
Sweet.
Some of you may have seen that. I did post a little bit on Facebook last week about it. You don't see it all the time. First thing, though, I want to talk about, Kevin, you brought this to my attention yesterday on Monday, so I'm glad I was able to throw this in.
Yes.
The later sunsets.
So
we've already been noticing it. This is Wednesday.
So it'll be yesterday from when this airs, but it's tomorrow from when we're recording it.
So to quell any confusion, this is Wednesday night sunset.
Yes.
At 8 p.m. This is the last pre-8 p.m. sunset until August 12th. It doesn't last very long. I really thought it would have lasted longer. Yes, I looked it up.
I don't believe that. I don't think I brought. Oh no, I did bring. Can you look? I can look it up too.
I can look it up.
I genuinely I thought it was much later than that.
Because I know, and I remember when I brought it up to you.
I'm stunned.
Sunrise, sunset, Albany, New York. And I'm going to go to August, obviously.
I mean, I don't know why I
Yeah.
Are you sure?
August 12th is 8 p.m. August 13th is 7:59.
Okay, well, enjoy the next 3 months. 3 plus months.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's still. Oh, it's getting later at that point too. The sunrise is almost at 6 a.m. at that point.
I believe the daylight starts to get later, or the morning sunrise starts to get later before the sunrise starts to get earlier.
Let me see.
Or do I have that backwards?
Our latest sunsets are in early July, 8:36. At the same time, it's 5:21 a.m.
Yeah, it's a 5:15. I think at its minimum.
Is the minimum
5:16
or earliest? Okay, so 5:16 is June 10th through June 19th. So by early July, we've already lost 6 or 7 minutes in the morning. But we have our latest sunsets from June 19th, 8:36, until July 3rd, 8:36. So it is a long stretch that we kind of hold steady.
My birthday's the end of July, and that's when I start to notice. I'm like, oh, it's dark a little earlier.
It's one of those weird things. Like now, it's like, wow, it's it's still light out when I get home from work, and I have like an hour or so. Sure. I can go for a walk if I want to. Almost an hour and a half, really. Yeah. The sun sets just before 8 p.m., but it stays lighter later than that. Once we get into these 8:30 sunsets, you start to keep that daylight until almost 9 p.m. Yeah. I mean, this here, civil twilight, July 1st is 9/11. So that's technically what not daylight, but still kind of light enough. Yeah, light-ish, I should say. That's
so cool.
It's crazy. And then I'm just kind of looking at this, so I'm just kind of throwing things out here. Nautical twilight, I think that's in the morning. Well, I don't really know what this is.
All right, that's okay.
Well, civil twilight in the morning, 4:46 a.m.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, even some of the. I mean, that's for this middle of June or
that is early July,
which is not the earliest it is.
4:46. Right? Nope. Let's see.
So the reason I bring that up is
4:41 is the earliest for civil twilight.
The reason I bring that up is because I've noticed, as I'm going to my 5 o'clock shift, I'm like, ooh,
you can
it's not dark.
Yeah. So that's weird. I mean, I don't mind it. My problem is my animals. The sun comes up, or it starts to, and everything gets light, and they're like, oh, it's time to wake up.
Now imagine for a moment we stayed on standard time. That would be bumped up another hour. It'd be 3:45.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's way too early.
That's crazy.
That's way too early. And it's way too early for the sunsets. What, the latest one would be 7:36?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's why we do the switcheroo.
Listen, 8:36 is early compared to Rochester.
Yeah, no, I remember going to Rochester in June. It was the end of June, and I'm like, what is it was 9, I don't know what the time is. It was 9:15. I was like, I can see perfectly.
I'm going to look right now because I noticed that when I moved here.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. In the middle of June to the end of June, it's 8:54 is the sunset. So it's 20 minutes longer?
18, yeah.
And the civil twilight's almost 9:30. There were nights, I remember in the middle of summer, it seemed like it was still, which I know probably isn't true, but it seemed like it was still light, or at least a little bit, until almost 10 p.m.
I believe it.
I miss that.
Well, now you get the sun, first little daylight at 4 something. That's the trade-off.
Maybe I should just start getting up early because then I could start working out.
If you can sleep
I can start my workout. That's what I've been on this workout kick. I've been trying to count calories. I'm trying to, get a little healthier, lose a little bit of weight. It is working.
Good.
It's just hard.
I know. What
All
else
right.
do we have?
April 2026 recap. The warmest temperature, April 14th, 86 degrees.
Yeah, and I saw Steve Cap say it was his first day in the shirt and shorts, and I'm like, was it not
When?
He posted that
Today?
today on the 80-degree day in Albany. But I'm like,
But the 3 days in a row in April, he
that's
didn't
what
wear
I'm-
shorts?
That's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, did we forget? But that's why we do these recaps.
Yes. I think we did forget because look at a week before that, it was 22 degrees.
Yeah, it was. It sure was.
We did see some snow. We were a little bit below average, just under a half an inch.
Not believe that. Below average for the season.
Precip was also below average by almost an inch.
Yep.
So we are running slightly behind on
And
that.
I'll add to that. Do you have the calendars?
I don't. I
Okay.
did not put the
So-
calendar. I don't think so.
So I'll make this point now either way. We were 0.96 from average.
check.
Up until the last day of the month, we were like 1.5 below. We got a pretty good amount of rain the last 2 days. It was like
For the precip. Okay.
it was like the night it was like the 29th into the 30th, I think. It was like a 0.3 and a 0.3-ish. So we made up some ground at the end there, but I don't know. We'll see how much rain falls between when this airs and when we're recording it.
Yeah. Because there should be some rain on Wednesday, the day
Well,
before.
I hope it rained.
Some
I mean,
rain.
you're hearing this Thursday. If it didn't rain, I'm a little nervous.
At least light rain with some pockets of heavier rain.
Yeah.
Average temperatures, average high was 61.4. The average low was 38.8. So I know a lot of folks were saying it was so cold, like we can't get out of this cold pattern, but we were actually 2 degrees above average.
I remember looking at the day by day for temperatures as well, and it was almost an even split of above average and below average days, which is pretty hard to get.
I
But
think the problem was the warmth that we had in the
yeah.
middle of the month
Yeah.
was so warm.
It's
We
like-
had the ones at night. I don't remember exactly.
record high minimums.
Yes.
Yes.
I always say it wrong, so I'm always like, all right, how am I going to say
That
this?
definitely boosted the average
Yes.
temp significantly. Some humidity involved as well. I'm very impressed because it's not like it was a degree below average. Every day was
No.
below average, but
No.
it's just that when we were above, we were summery.
Significantly
You're
above.
summery.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. All right, don't go away because when we come back, we're going to look ahead to May. We'll give you everything you need to know about what happens during the month of May, meteorologically speaking. And we still got to talk about what's going on in the night sky. Don't go away. And welcome back to Beyond the Forecast. Kevin, what are you looking forward to most in May? It's coming. Well, we're here. We're in May. I was going to say it's coming
I was going
quick.
to say, like, there's somebody that does weekend weather.
Mm-hmm.
I care a lot about it being nice on the weekends. I know sometimes we need rain, and if it just happens to be on the weekend, like, we accept that. But, I really want nice weekends for outdoor activities. So many weekends in winter and early
Mm-hmm.
spring, so cold, precipitating. This past weekend, we were so far below average, and it was still like mid-50s.
It didn't feel
felt
bad
fine.
because we had the sun. Now, if it was a cloudy day, we may not have gotten into the 50s, and I bet you it would have felt cooler.
Oh, for sure.
But the sun angle this time of year is so strong.
I'm like, we're cooler than average, and I'm
Yeah.
making this big fuss about how
Yep.
it's well below average. But then I go outside, I'm like, this is fine.
not bad.
So
It's not bad.
it just makes me happy
It's
that we're
perspective,
like
too.
we've turned the page
Yes.
on the cold.
Yes.
Maybe we drop below freezing a few more times, but
Hope not. All right. Looking ahead to this is an average May, so I just pulled this from the climate resources.
Yeah.
Average high temperature 71.2, average low 48.1. The hottest 97 degrees, May 22nd, 1911.
wow.
The coldest 26, May 8th, 1968. So that's why we always say wait till at least Mother's Day to plant the frost sensitive plants outside. I know I've been getting a lot of heat from posting it on Facebook as far as don't plant, don't do this, don't. People are saying, farmers can plant, the
Okay.
cold weather crops. And I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about the frost sensitive or the things that are going to die if it gets down to, below 30 degrees. That's all I'm saying. And I mean, that's usually a good rule of thumb, at least Mother's Day. Sometimes Memorial Day.
Yeah,
but,
and then I was going to say at least Mother's Day, and then check the forecast and be like, okay.
Because some years you can get away with early May, really.
Yeah.
Most years you can't. Normal precip 3.41, and we do still average a little bit of snow in May, 0.1. I think we're past that. I'll eat those words, I bet. But I think we're past that.
I gave you that look, but there's nothing
I'm
for
pretty
Albany.
sure we're past that.
You know,
in Albany.
Sometimes
yes.
there's a little speck over Mount Marcy on the models, and I'm like,
well, there were flurries over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
In Glenville, I think I got a report from. So
don't worry, I saw them on the Cheshire camera.
So here's the average temperatures throughout the month. Obviously, you can see them continually going up. Mid-60s to start the month. By May 15th, 71 is the average high. By the end of the month, we're in the mid-70s. And the average lows, I like that. Upper 40s and low 50s. I can keep the windows open at night.
I'm a big fan of the weather deck not being so cold on the weekend mornings.
That too. And at night.
Yeah. You don't normally do that, but...
I don't, but there are times that I do. Just saying.
You're right.
All right. Sometimes this clicker just takes a little while. The daylight gained. We continually gain daylight in the month of May as well.
Slowing down.
It is very much slowing down. We're at 50 to 60 minutes of daylight gained. We continue to gain daylight until the summer solstice, which this year, do you know what date that is off?
No. 20th,
it's June
21st, 19th is like the earliest it could be, I think.
Sunday, June 21st. So I think you were right the first time. Yeah, it's usually the 19th to the 22nd, somewhere around there. So we've got about a month and a half left until we start losing daylight again. I don't want to think about that.
It's gradual at first. There's a lot to look forward to, Rob.
I know. Sorry, I'm always like, things are great, and then maybe they're not.
I make it my duty from like December 21st onwards to be like, look how quickly we're
talk
gaining
about all the daylight.
Yeah.
You love the daylight. I mean, I do too, but morning daylight, I'd rather have it at night because I've got the animals.
Because you don't go into work in the morning
That too.
as early as ever. Okay.
That too. Here is the outlook for the month of May.
Is that that's a little I'm sorry, I don't have my iPad in front of me today.
So there is a contour. It's the first contour of below average,
like
north and west of Albany.
Minneapolis. And then it goes down towards like eastern Tennessee.
Yep.
And then it comes up to Albany pretty much.
Maybe just west. Just west into the Catskills, Adirondacks.
Okay.
So there's a slight lean for below average. Much of the East Coast, New England, is near average.
Did you put in the 3 to 4 week outlook?
I did not.
So I just happened to catch a glance at that earlier today.
But that does show warm up, right?
It does show warmer.
Yes.
So,
through the middle of May, it looks cool.
Folks have been asking me, when are we going to ditch the colder weather? I'm like, you got to be patient, but I mean, there's no way the second half of May is cold. I mean, bold proclamation, Appleby. I know, but we have to start to tilt the pendulum the other way.
It always comes. It always comes. We know it will. It's just a matter of how warm is it going to be.
Probably pretty hot.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, above average out west, above average in the southeast.
Looks like winter again.
Just this big blob, just not great. Next month we'll give you the outlook for the summer from the Climate Prediction Center. So here's the precip.
What the heck?
Yeah. I said the same thing.
Oh my goodness.
So they don't really have a lean at all.
Yeah.
The northern tier of the country, a lean below average. Southern tier of the country, a lean above average.
And in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Southern New Mexico.
There's that little bullseye. But in between, to me, this is showing that there's really not going to be, aside from maybe like a summer-like pattern maybe that sets up with showers and thunderstorms, we may not be talking about a whole lot of rain.
Yeah.
Outside
of in between when we're recording. Yeah, okay.
Well.
Just kidding.
This is overall.
Yeah.
We average 3.4 inches of rain, so, we could probably expect to be close to that this season, or this month, not this season. Yeah. So that's what we've got.
What are we getting down in New Mexico? Like a little bit of monsoon, like a little earlier, or late?
I was gonna say I'm not sure when their monsoonal season is,
because that's such a for an outlook like this for the whole country. That is so localized.
The only thing I can think is, are they expecting El Nino to kind of really take over this month? Maybe a little bit more of an active
Super
tropical
El Nino,
jet.
Rob. Super El Nino.
Yeah, the strongest in ever.
We've never had a El Nino like this.
All the headlines, and I'm just like, okay. And people always ask here too, what does this mean for the weather in the Northeast? And quite honestly, I did a lot of research with this a couple of years ago for winter.
Yeah.
In Albany, there's not a strong correlation. There's really not a strong correlation because there's been strong El Nino years with a lot of snow, with a little snow, with much warmer, with well below. So it's like there's other global patterns that are also going on as opposed to El Nino or La Nina.
That's why I always say that too.
Yeah, you can get a generalized idea, but that's general.
Yeah.
And it's, every El Nino is different. Every La Nina is different. Just like every tropical system is different. Every winter storm is different. You can kind of keep going down that rabbit hole. So, yeah. Anyways, I could keep talking, and I'm just going to keep rambling. So
the long range forecasting. I mean, it's one of those things that in our lifetime, I think we'll see improve. But right now,
I agree. It's one of those things. I enjoy doing it because it is a little bit more of a challenge.
Oh yeah,
but I also always use and urge caution because I always tell people if I'm putting a post up that is for a monthly outlook or for a 10-day outlook.
Yeah,
it's more so to just give you an idea. It's not exact. You know what I mean? So, we could look back at this outlook in June and say, well, they blew that. You know what I mean?
El Paso actually didn't get rain.
Right. Right. They were dry the whole month. Or, we saw 5 inches of rain or, you know what I mean? So I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be like a storm that sits over the airport.
Let's not go there. All right. Don't go away because when we come back, we're going to be talking about a lunar phenomenon that is happening this month. Stay with us. All right, well, welcome back. Kevin, I don't think you know what we're talking about next.
No idea. I just know that it hit at least 82 degrees on Tuesday.
Yes, so a very warm day today. I don't know what the record is. Do you know?
No. Yes,
I'm going to look.
Do some research.
I'm going to look. I think
it's probably like 90.
I think we're okay. I don't think we're close because this time of year especially.
It's usually 90s or upper 80s.
All right, climate.
Like 85 is possible this afternoon, I think.
I agree. Southwest wind, some downsloping. All right, what is today, the 5th?
Cinco de Mayo.
91.
Oh, we're not getting
from
that
1944.
warm.
Unless something surprises us, I don't think we're getting that warm.
Nope.
Unless something surprises us.
I'll let that go to air. It's not happening.
All right. So what I want to talk about, this was kind of a cool thing that I found out. Here we go.
Eventually.
The full moons of May.
Sweet.
So the night of May 1st, that was the full flower moon from all of the flowering plants, I think it is, in the Northeast. It is specifically for the Northeast. But we have a second full moon.
Sweet.
At the end of May. And that one is called the blue moon because it is the second full moon of the month. I colored it blue. It's not going to appear blue.
What?
Sorry to disappoint, but I was like, just to give for, what is the
logistical, expectations.
No.
Don't expect to see the color
Don't expect
blue.
to see the color blue, but I for dramatic effect is what I was putting it on there
it's
for.
It's the blue moon. I
right?
see it's blue. It's not really blue.
No, last night I will say though, leaving the station, the moon was orange. It was. I love when it's like that. It's nice and big.
I like when it's different colors.
And, right? Like it's really cool. So this does not happen all the time.
No.
That's why you hear the saying "once in a blue moon." That's where it comes from because you only get this every so often with 2 full moons in the same month, and the second full moon is always considered a blue moon.
So like every 2 or 3 years generally.
We're going to look it up. We've got some time.
I'm doing a lot of I'm asking you questions. We're like, we have to look it up. We're not.
We're not prepared, Kevin.
We don't know everything about moons.
A blue moon occurs roughly every 2 to 3 years. This happens because the moon cycle takes 29 and a half days, while months typically have 30 or 31 days, causing a second full moon to appear in a single calendar month. Upcoming blue moons, May 31st of this year. Oh, well, this is interesting. This says every 2 to 3 years, but then next dates, May 31st of this year, May 20th of next year.
20th?
Actually, that doesn't make
No,
sense.
that's impossible.
That says seasonal.
No.
I don't know what that means. And
All right,
December
let's try.
31st of 2028.
That sounds more realistic.
That sounds more realistic.
Like the next one.
Next year doesn't make any sense. It's rare to have 2 blue moons in a single year, which last happened in 1961 and will occur again in 2048. So mark your calendars.
How does that? Whatever. I throw it in the towel.
They are not technically once in a blue moon, meaning extremely rare, as they occur roughly 41 times per century. So we're just throwing out all the tidbits out there. All right, so hopefully you guys learned something today. I don't know what, but hopefully there was something there.
I learned.
Kevin's just smiling over there. No comments to add?
No.
Anything you want to talk about for next week?
I really am interested. I mean, granted, the fact that this system went north of us, and so we're in the warm sector, and we warmed up into the 80s today is probably going to make it impossible. But I was genuinely curious about like either how often or if it's even possible that May could be colder than April.
Okay.
So maybe I'll look into that.
If you look into that, that might be something that might be an interesting thing to talk about next week. And I'm sure, I mean, you know, we've always got things to talk about here. And obviously, if anything happens in the week, the next week or so, we'll also bring that topic up. As always, you can always send us a weather picture to either of our email addresses, rlindenmuth@news10.com or kappleby@news10.com.
Kappleby and not like the restaurant.
Or our Facebook pages. We love to share it, and maybe you'll be featured on a future episode. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week on Beyond the Forecast.